I'm guessing next video is going to have a lot of action in it. Oh, first, let me show you this amazing... Woo! I am hot now. Oh, I thought there was a snake. Kids are screaming. And then it's this tangled mess. Anyway, bit of a rant. And they're really bad, so this is going to be pretty fragile. How pretty.
Exactly.
How are we going to get rid of that thing? Weird doing this in a car park. I'm making memories. I'm in my house clothes and we're good to go. This is real life. Like, this is the reality of flower farming. I don't even know if it's a good idea to even like say this on a video. I left my clothes to dry on the line overnight. It's still a bit damp, but it's hot, so who cares? So our pump has been playing up and cutting out. We thought it was cutting out because it was too hot, but no, there was an animal in it. Welcome to Australia. And you probably just saw me shake my shirt before I put it on because spiders get in them. And you probably haven't seen this yet, but we also bang our boots before we put them on because spiders get in those too. We're just dealing with a lot of spiders and snakes over here. I'm going to take you out to the flower field before we finish up here because we've been so hot. The plants are suffering. What is it? It'd be like 30 something hours without water and it's hot. Like yesterday was, I think 34 degrees Celsius. Today is going to be 36. So we've got to get these things watered. But anyway, let's have a look at what heat-stressed plants look like. We've almost finished cutting the Achillea or yarrow. The cosmos is suffering. I know it looks okay, but it is, the tips are burning a little bit. It still managed to not, I can hear something over here. It still looks all right. I reckon it looks all right. The status is fine. Gomphrena looks okay. The dahlias are fine. Obviously everything's going to be much better once it gets to water, but nothing's drooping. Dahlias are happy with hot heat. Snaps are finished, but they got covered in caterpillars. Sea holly looks fine. This looks fine. I guess the things that were pretty established are okay. And they've just had a cool night. So that also helps. Oh, my bells are totally wrecked. Look at them. That disease has just covered them. We need to get in here and sort that out. The chrysanthemums are okay. But I'm suspecting if we left everything for another day, it's not going to be so good. Baby's breath. More feverfew zinnias. Remember I pinched them out with James last week? Can you see how they've all bounced back? And they're looking beautiful. Even the ones that he really cut the heads off are doing great. And they're branching beautiful. I want to show you my other feverfew and it's so beautiful. So this one is just so fast. We can't keep up with it. And if it gets watered overhead, it kind of damages the petals. So you've got to be real careful. Suns look good. I got to come out here and pick some because they're about to pop. And I need them for today. So I better go do that. I'll have to pick those. These suns over here, we got really patchy germination on. Moroni's come in and he's put more seed in. I think we might need to, I know they like the heat, but we do have some bird net and it does cool things down. I'll show you when I get to the other garden, that one. This is pretty well finished. I've got one glad there. I'll come out and grab that. I've just been putting them in the house because I really like them for myself, especially those Dame Edna ones. I really like them. I've got a red, a burgundy, and a couple of other heads that are going to do something. This one's no good, this row of feverfew. We've got a few stems off it, but it really just didn't do much. This row is obsolete. And then we're starting to clean up these. So Moreau and I will rotary hoe both of these rows. I need to move these bricks for him so that he can get through. And this feverfew, that trial patch that we just we treated it as a perennial rather than an annual. We didn't replant it. So it's been in for over a year now. I think we're going to just cut it out and reuse the bed. And then this is the Renux. I need to pull those out. I'm guessing next video is going to have a lot of action in it. We've got a lot to get done and it's really hot. So we're kind of working from... We're trying to get out by 6 a.m. and by 11 at the latest, it's just too hot to be out here anymore. I can handle it much better than Moreau and I. He's really struggling with the heat. I think just because I've lived in this climate my whole life, and his climate over in Mexico is really nice. It's, 23 degrees Celsius most of the year. The coldest it gets down to is 5, and that's so cold people start to die. I'm not sure what the hottest, but it's not very hot. They have no air conditioning or heating over there because they don't need it. My only thing is my skin. I have to be so careful. So hence wearing the long shirts, long pants. I'll either have sunscreen on my ankles or I'll have long socks and boots. Like I've really got to cover up. So I can do a bit more during the day, but I've got so many jobs inside. I just do them. Anyway, let me show you this netting. Oh, first, let me show you this amazing, pretty. I just need to look up which one it is. I'll pop it on the screen. Look at that though, it's like little fluffy clouds. How cute is it? Dahlias in here are doing okay. They're not growing as fast as I would have thought. Okay, this is the net and I need to put this back on the strawberries. But it's just this. And things just do, even though it's very light, it's enough for the sun to just not absolutely bake everything. So we're going to start utilising it over in the flower field. We use it to keep pests off seedlings so we can get things growing, but we're going to trial it as a bit of a shade protector too now. I am hot now. So it's just past 11 o'clock, which means it's getting really hot out here. It's just too much sun on my skin now. But look what I've done. Feels so good to get that out. Yay! Thank you so much. We're going to have an icy pole. Okay. The black-eyed Susan vine I had planned to trellis over archways all through the flower field. But with everything that happened with the flooding and... What? Oh, I thought there was a snake. The kids are screaming. Is it a spider or a snake? Spider. Oh, just leave it there. Yeah, okay. Everything that happened, we didn't get time to do anything extra. We just couldn't get outside and everything got wrecked. So we've kind of been catching up. And now I've decided I don't want to I don't want to grow plants or buy plants if I don't already have the spot ready for them anymore. It's just too stressful and we've lost so many plants, they just die. Anyways, I'll come back and finish this afternoon when it is not so hot. Moreau and I fixed the pump. Oh, show me the spider, show me. Where is it? Where is it? Behind the reef. Did it hide? There it is. I can see its leggies. Woo, you better stay away from it. It's my second morning cleaning up that mess. So I didn't film it, boring to watch, but I'll show you how we are going. So that's looking good. Been packing up things. I'm going to give these away. These are all the plants we need to get in this weekend. We used this on the Godetia. I just hate it so much. Like this plasticky net. We worry so much about plastics in the ocean and those plastic things that are on the cans that get trapped around turtles' necks. I mean, where does this end up? I know we're inland, so maybe it's not going to end up in the ocean, but this is never going to break down in my lifetime. And I hate it. It's most fiddly stuff. It's hard to cut through. Pulling it off the dead plants is a pain in the butt. Cleaning all the dead plants off it. And then it's this tangled mess that I've now got to try and reuse. I think I'm going to try it on one row of dahlias and just see. But we've got like a 1,000-meter roll of this stuff and I don't think we're ever going to use it. And maybe the reason we haven't really used it on our farm yet is because we shouldn't be using it. There's a lot of eco-florists around that won't use plastics. I don't know how they avoid that because almost everything you buy from a wholesaler comes in plastic. Unless they're fully supported by farmers, which you can't probably do all year, stuff's going to be transported. I don't even know how they can make those claims, but they do. But the thing is, you can't be 100% plastic free if your farmers aren't being plastic free. And we don't like plastic and we've got a lot of plastic. You know, the row cover, we don't use it on our actual rows. We've just got it here to suppress the grass and it'll be here for years. But then what happens to it when we chuck it out? It's going into landfill. The plastic netting, plastic labels, we've used old Venetian blinds, at least they're getting reused. They are like a compressed timber sort of thing, but it's got a plastic coating on it. There's plastic everywhere, all through farming. So to the florists who really passionately feel about being eco florists and plastic free, you probably need to look at your supply chain. Anyway, bit of a rant. Anyway, it's hot now, I'm going inside. Hello. We're working on this thing again, the hothouses, and we went to town earlier because we thought we could find tables to build our seed benches, because I costed out how much it was going to cost me to build them and they were over $150 each. So we're like, let's go get secondhand tables and makeshift it, but that all fell through because there's no tables. So we're back on the I'm going to have to build it bandwagon. We're just going to have to pay for it. But right now I need to hammer these pegs basically into rocks. So that's going to go really well, I'm sure. And I've also been bitten I've got bites like on my hands, even under my ring. I had to take my rings off. But see these bites? And I've got them all up the other arm. I just kind of feel like they're not mosquitoes, but maybe they are. And before anybody suggests bed bugs, which I did look that up, they're so uncommon in Australia. And James still sleeps with us and he's got nothing on him. And if I was a bed bug, I'd go for the little kid, so I don't think it's that. That just took 20 minutes to get those 19 pegs in because I totally bent one to oblivion and they're really bad. So this is going to be pretty fragile. Once the frame goes on and we run some boards along the edges and things like that, it will probably be a bit easier. Probably be a bit more stable. Look at that atmosphere out there. So pretty. So pretty. We had a big storm last night. Lots of rain. Oh, it smells good too. How pretty. Look at that. It's amazing to have cool air on my skin and be outside. It's been so hot, like so hot. The air was getting like annoying to breathe it all the time because it was just so hot. And this is so nice. Hello.
Hello.
Got some nice weather.
Yeah.
It feels
so foggy over there.
It feels so nice to just breathe cool air. Wonder if we'll have any suns for Valentine's. It's not looking good.
Well, the wallabies have been eating them.
How are we going to stop the wallaby?
And they eat all that's over there.
Oh.
You can see those little ones were eaten.
They've nipped the tops off, so they're just going to branch and make tiny little sunflowers now that are about 20 centimetres tall.
Exactly.
How are we going to get rid of that thing?
Well, we can't. It's illegal to get rid of them.
No, I don't mean kill it. I mean scare it away.
Integrated.
I've got to go do a couple of deliveries and groceries, and I'm heading into a fruit market that sells flowers because I really want to try and get some white roses for one of the orders. So then I'm going to have to make that order in the car. I'm fairly confident I'll be able to get them. They do have a pretty big selection, so fingers crossed that's what we're doing, and then we'll come home, make flowers for our new Roadside location, the Albury location that took us 18 months to get. So that's what's on for today. Weird doing this in a car park, and there's going to be like mess when I drive off. I'm cleaning up as best I can. Now I need to race around to this delivery. I've got to call the husband, let him know I'm delivering right now, and then he's going to call his wife as the flowers arrive because he's working away and he couldn't be home for their 25th wedding anniversary, and I know they had white roses at their wedding because he mentioned it to me on the phone. I'm making memories. We've been doing activities. So I'm making flowers amongst the sewing. I'm watching TV. I'm in my house clothes and we're good to go. So I stopped filming because I was getting more and more upset. And I don't know why it hit me today, but I just feel like this is getting so hard, mainly because we've just had the roughest start to the season. And if you've been watching, just all the rain, the freezing cold weather, the flooding, you know, we lost all of our spring crops, and now we've got some disease on all the cosmos. We've got to rip it all out, so now we're not going to have cosmos anymore. And that's my favorite flower. And the wholesaler's been closed for like a month. Not that I want to have to be buying flowers from there, but it's just so handy to have it. And I don't know, I just felt like today when I was making flowers, it was just so hard. I feel like I'm putting bouquets together from nothing. Like, just, this is real life. Like, this is the reality of flower farming. And honestly, it sucks some days, just sucks so much. And we can't stop. We have to keep going because this is our job. Like, we don't have another job to fall back on. Oh, I just feel so crappy about it today. And just not having flowers, like, I don't know really what I want to say. I don't know what to do about all these farm problems. Moroni said that some of the dahlias have rotted. And he thinks maybe because they went in so late, like the tubers had dried out and the skin split a little bit, so when it went in the ground it was sort of more susceptible to rot. He thinks because we couldn't get them in because of all the rain and the freezing cold weather. I don't even know if it's a good idea to even like say this on a video. I know most of you want us to succeed. We do too, obviously. And people are so supportive. And thank you, Vanessa Beck, for buying us a coffee. You bought us 3 actually to put towards our shade cloth, which I purchased. It was just really hard making flowers today because I just felt so down. Like, everything just kind of swirled around my head at once. Like, what if we don't make it with this? There's a chance we can't. Like, in Australia, it's something like 10% or 20% of businesses will fail within their first year. We got through that, and we did that through a pandemic, but people were buying flowers. So that was a unique situation where I think flowers did okay. And within within 3 years, 60% of businesses will fail. And then a small percentage will make it to 15 years. So the statistics are against us. And you try not to think about that stuff because you don't want to be negative. You can't walk into a business putting those ideas out there because I feel like that just invites it in. But today I was thinking about it, of course, and I just thought, what if we don't make it? We might not. I don't really even know how to say what I feel, to be honest. I just feel really down about it today. Something has to change and we don't know what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I can't sit here and cry all day on YouTube, but hopefully I'll work on that seed tunnel later. We might get that finished. All right. So this is what I managed to make. Last of the kings. Some white roses that were left over. The cosmos that's okay, which will probably also end up with that disease. Sunflowers, we've put them in open because people won't buy them when they're closed. Oh, that's that pretty Magicaria I'm growing. It is really good. I'm going to get more of that seed. Just see what happens with a straight bunch of feverfew. Just some mixed ones, like little bits and pieces. We'll see what happens. And then our sunflower bunches. this is what Moroni's taking out Roadside today to the new spot. Usually when we start a new spot, it doesn't go well for ages, so we'll see what happens. We just really need a break. Like, can we just have like success on the first day just to give us a boost, a morale boost or something? Oh, I hope we do.